Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I've decided to do something a little bit different, and I am showing you how I do animal print. It was highly requested on my Facebook page, so I thought why not. I really hope you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe, it would be really appreciated. And yeah, so let's go. At this stage you just want to get yourself your base colour underneath to put the design on top. I'm just using white gel polish, so I've done 2 coats of polish and I'm curing it. Next thing you need to do is apply matte top coat. Now you can buff the nail, but I prefer to use the matte top coat. I feel like it leaves a smoother surface so that your nail art it moves better whenever you're trying to do nail art and stuff. So yeah, matte top coat. It's time for the design. I'm using black gel paint. This one's from EMI, and the brush that I'm using is a detail brush called Zero Short, and it's from Crystal Nails. It's my favourite brush. I basically use it for everything. I just find that it works so well, and I have really good control over it. But I mean, everybody's different, you know, you might find a different brush that suits you better, but that's the brush I'm using today. The best advice I could give you for doing this sort of design is to make sure that you're quite relaxed with your lines when you're doing it, because zebra print is sort of like wiggly and the lines are all different sizes and they're thick and they're thin, and you know, I'm going to let you just watch how I do it instead of me trying to explain it to you, because it is very difficult to try and explain how to do, well personally for me anyway. I'm more of a I'll show you how to do it as opposed to try and explain it. But basically, yeah, it is really easy. Once you sort of get the hang of it, you'll fly by. But yeah, I'll let you watch it and you can see how I created this. So guys, it's always best to have like a photograph or an image or something to go by whenever you're doing these sort of designs. It makes it a lot easier whenever you're trying to figure it out as opposed to doing it from the top of your head. Notice when I'm doing this, sometimes I go in and change some of the lines so that they're thicker, so I suppose you could do it that way too. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. You can go in, you can like put your line in where you want it sort of to go and then go back in again and thicken parts it up just to make it look more realistic, but I mean whatever works for you, but I kind of do both. Guys, don't be afraid to flash cure this in between, just to make sure that you don't mess your design up, because sometimes we do tend to knock nail art whenever we're in the middle of doing it. So yeah, you can flash cure just to make sure that it's secure. The design sort of came together, you can see where I've used different pressures with my brush to get them thick and thin lines to make it look more realistic. You can really notice it now because all the design is on the nail. So once you've completed the whole design on the nail, you want to put it into the lamp for a good 60 seconds for a full cure, just to make sure that the black cures really well. So just to add a bit more detail, I'm going around the whole nail. I'm putting like a little black line the whole way around it. I just really liked it. I thought it really added the effect. little goes a long way, so make sure that if when you're doing this part that you only put the tiniest wee bit on your brush, because you don't want to put too much on and then you have to wipe it all off again because the line's too thick. So just the tiniest wee bit will be enough. You can sort of see like there's very little on my brush, it's the tiniest wee bit. So pop it back in the lamp again for another cure for 60 seconds. Now it's time for top coat. For this design I decided to go with a matte top coat. I found that I personally liked it. I thought it was really nice, but I mean, like I said, with nail art there's no right or wrong way of doing things. If you prefer to use a glossy top coat, then I mean, you can. As always, I'm using the matte top coat from Crystal Nails. It's called Matte Ever. It's brilliant. And there you have it, all done, guys. Yeah, pretty. So let's move on to the next one. On your leopard print design now. The base colour I used for this is a colour from Halo called Classic. It was the only colour I had in my collection at home. I probably would have preferred something a bit more tanny, like a real proper tan colour, but anyway, it done the job for what all I was using it for. Doing my second coat now of the classic colour and curing for 60 seconds. So just the same as the last design, I'm going in with my matte top coat and cured it for 60 seconds, and this will be the layer that I'll work on then. I'm just going in now with the Chrome Me from Crystal Nails and making basically like little misshaped dots. You want to keep these quite far apart just to make sure that you have enough room whenever you go in with your black to do your design. bronzy colour. There's no name or number on it, so I'm not really sure what it would be on the website as. Just going in with my black now, and basically what I'm doing is creating basically like little C's. Is the only way I can describe it. But you want to make sure again that you're using different pressures, so that you get thick and thin and lines and stuff. Again, it just adds to the effect. So as you can see, the print that I am doing, I'm making sure that it's coming from the left hand corner down to the right hand corner, and you can see that with the little black markings that I'm making now. This is going to help you whenever you go to do your this stage here. So whenever you pull away, you're pulling away ever so lightly of the gel polish, and it creates like scratch marks, and it gives you a nice flow and shows you like what way the design should be going. Just going in with some black gel paint now, and creating little markings on the nail. This really adds to the effect of the design. chromey that I used in this design, it is a polish, so if you are using it, make sure that when you finish this part and you have cured, that you go back again and you top coat with your matte top coat again, and make sure that you seal it really well. It just means when you move on to the next part of your design, if you do make a mistake, that you can wipe it off without wiping the whole design off on yourself. Finish this design, I'm just going in and doing a bit of zebra print just to really finish it off. Yeah, so just going from the top right corner down to the bottom left corner. Sorry, top left, bottom right. One of these days I'm going to make a video and make no mistakes. It's going to be an amazing day. Be really bold and say this, but whenever I do the zebra print design, whenever I'm looking at it, all I can see is little sperms. Do you know when you're creating the design? I don't know why. Can you see it? Can anybody else see it, or is it just me? But anyway, if you're ever needing help, look, just look for the sperm. This bit's all done, again 60 seconds in the lamp and then we'll move on. So I ended up doing a little bit of mixture on this one. I really like the matte, but the middle bit you couldn't really see it, because I found to see a design really real on the nail, it has to be glossy. It just makes it look so much better. So the middle bit, I have done the actual design. I have put glossy top coat on, and I've left the rest matte. Can you see what I mean? It's always nicer whenever the design's covered. I don't know, it just really makes it pop. That's my personal preference. You might think differently, but I really liked it. That's us all done. Thanks so much guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.